In the early 2000s, few Nigerians had ever heard of the name Boko Haram. But within a decade, that name would come to represent one of the darkest chapters in Nigeria's history, a time when fear spread across the land, villages turned to ashes, and thousands of innocent people were forced to flee their homes. This is the story of how Boko Haram began, how it grew, and how it changed the face of northern Nigeria forever. Our story begins in the city of Maiduguri in Borno State. Around 2002, a young Islamic preacher named Mohammed Yusuf started a religious movement. He built a large following among young people who were frustrated with poverty, corruption, and unemployment. He called his group Jamiatu al-Sunnah Lidawati wal Jihad, which means people committed to the propagation of the Prophet's teachings and jihad. But Nigerians simply called them Boko Haram, a phrase in Hausa roughly meaning Western education is forbidden. Yusuf's followers believed that Western-style education and government were corrupting the morals of society. He preached that Nigeria's leaders were un-Islamic and that the country should be ruled strictly by Sharia law. At first, Boko Haram seemed like just another religious group. They built mosques, ran schools, and attracted followers. But beneath that calm surface, something darker was growing. In 2009, tensions exploded. Members of Boko Haram clashed with the Nigerian police in Maiduguri. What started as a minor confrontation over the wearing of motorcycle helmets turned into a full-blown uprising. The Nigerian security forces responded with overwhelming force. Hundreds of Boko Haram members were killed. Mohammed Yusuf was captured and later killed in police custody. His lifeless body was shown on television, and with that act, the group went silent for a while. But silence did not mean death. Instead, Boko Haram went underground and began to prepare for revenge. From the ashes rose a new leader, Abubakar Shekau. Cold, ruthless, and unpredictable. Under Shekau's command, Boko Haram transformed from a local religious group into a full-blown terrorist organization. They started attacking police stations, churches, mosques, and markets. They bombed the United Nations building in Abuja in 2011, killing dozens. No one was safe. Not Christians, not Muslims, not even children. Between 2010 and 2013, Boko Haram spread terror across northern Nigeria. They raided schools, burned down villages, and kidnapped young people to force them into their army. Their message was clear. They wanted to create an Islamic state and destroy anything that represented Western civilization. Then came April 14, 2014, the day that shocked the world. In the quiet town of Chibok in Borno State, Boko Haram kidnapped 276 schoolgirls from their dormitory at night. The news spread like wildfire. People around the world cried out in anger. The hashtag #BringBackOurGirls became a global movement. Celebrities, world leaders, and activists joined the campaign. But while the world was watching, Boko Haram continued their rampage. They captured entire towns, declared a caliphate, and raised their black flags across the northeast. By 2015, they had displaced over 2 million Nigerians and killed more than 20,000 people. When Muhammadu Buhari became president in 2015, he vowed to crush Boko Haram once and for all. The Nigerian Army, together with troops from Chad, Niger, and Cameroon, launched massive operations. By 2016, Boko Haram lost most of the territory it once controlled. But the group didn't vanish. It split into two factions, one loyal to Shekau and another aligned with the Islamic State, ISIS, calling itself ISWAP, Islamic State West Africa Province. These new factions continued to attack military bases, ambush convoys, and terrorize villages. Shekau was eventually surrounded and died in 2021 after a clash with rival jihadists. But even with his death, the insurgency did not end. Today, Boko Haram's power has weakened, but the scars remain deep. Millions of people in northern Nigeria still live in fear. Thousands remain displaced, and entire communities have been destroyed. The Nigerian government and international partners continue to fight remnants of the group through military force, education, and rehabilitation programs for former fighters. But the biggest battle now is not just against guns and bombs. It's against poverty, ignorance, and hopelessness, the same forces that gave birth to Boko Haram in the first place. Boko Haram's story is not just about terrorism. It's a painful reminder of what happens when a society's youth lose faith in their future. May we learn from history and build a Nigeria where every child can dream again. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Nigerian History, where we bring the past to life, one story at a time.